What comes first, your son, your husband, or your dad?
Let me tell you something. My husband,
He's number one.
he's number one.
Who's number two?
My child.
And then your dad?
But then my dad, yes.
Why your dad last though?
My dad would be first if I wasn't married.
Okay.
Ooh. 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 Yo. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny? Hear me. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny that, and I gotta say it like this. I gotta say it like this. This is an urban thing. Black and Spanish women, they swear their children's come first. When it comes to those white, Asian, Chinese, Russian people, those women know. They ain't no way in hell my kids coming before my husband.
I got my swag right, feeling crispy clean. Girl, I'm the flyest mother you've ever seen.
Welcome back to the Hear Me Out podcast. I'm your host, Michael May. And today, I got a good one for y'all. This personally hit home. It personally hit home. I want y'all to understand something. I want y'all to let this woman cook. She gonna cook. She's not cooking on a little butter. She's cooking with on the grill. She cooking the quarter ounce. You know what I'm saying? She on the grill with this. She cooking. She cooking. Like forever. This is a chick that you marry forever. I want y'all to pay attention, man. Fellas, this is what I've been telling you guys for so long, but some of you guys are just so afraid of women. This is the reason why you don't get women. This is the reason why. But y'all already know, man. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, like the video, turn notifications. Y'all already know I like to get the business out of the way. Big shout out to my brother J.R. Wisdom. This is my guy right here. I love reacting to his videos because he's just funny as shit. He's fucking hilarious. But this one right here that I saw, my boy actually sent it to me and said, yo, do a reaction to this video. I said, all right, let's get it popping. Once I heard the first couple of words, I already knew this was gonna go haywire. I want you guys to tune in. Listen to this right here. So it says, famous singer exposes why men are refusing to date single mothers. Ladies, I've experienced this myself. Trust me. And I gotta say this. I got to say this. Big shout out to Venus, my son's mother. It takes a lot for a woman to come back to you and tell you some real shit after you were trying to warn somebody, but there were things that she came to me and said. I'm not gonna say what it is, but she a real one. But it was definitely along these lines. So I'm not gonna say exactly what the words are, but it's along these lines. Let's get into this right now, immediately.
And understand that no, if we get married, they don't come first. It's you. You know, once you become, and I learned that. Like
you said, if you get married, your husband will become priority, and then the children.
That's the biblical order, right?
Now hold on. Now, let's not just run right past that. I keep telling y'all all the time. See, if she's speaking about biblical, then she would know. Marriage equals sex. Not a certificate, not a hey, let's get married and put a ring on her finger. And no, marriage is sex. That's how you seal. You seal that covering, the covenant. You seal it through the act. So this is the reason why I'm always telling you, ladies, Everybody that you sleep with, you're creating a tie. Y'all don't understand this. This is why I tell you fellas, if a chick just looks at sex like a chore, run. Run. Fellas, every time a woman gets with you, it's supposed to make her fall in love. I don't care, fellas. Listen, it ain't about the potion in the ocean and the floating of the boating and the tooting and the scooting and the putting and the patting. Her body gives off oxytocin. If I am mistaken, this is like a love drug. But when women are just using sex like recreational use, that's what they are. Recreational use. A woman should feel attached to you after being with you. It ain't about, oh, the sex was good, it was bad, he was pounding me, girl, it's supposed to naturally happen. Y'all don't hear me though. Let's keep listening though. Cause what she is saying is correct. I'm gonna let her talk.
Right. So I try and go by the biblical order, even though that's harder said than done. And
easier said.
I've been on the other side of that not happening twice. And it does interfere a little bit, because you're like, when you get married, right, and you become someone's wife, and then there are other things that come before you, you feel it immediately, especially when you've been waiting to be a wife and be first, or feel like desired in that position. Like it can be a thing.
I want y'all to understand something, fellas. Y'all heard me say this a million times, even on IG. I know I've been on IG a lot longer than on YouTube. It is what it is. But I want you guys, y'all have seen me debate with hundreds and hundreds of women about why they're still single. I said, do you have children? Bet. Me and you in a relationship. Do I come before your children? Absolutely. My kids is my kids, whether you here or not. See? You could leave, and my kids are still my kids. Fellas, hear me out. I want you to understand something. When you hear women talk like that, they're already preparing themselves they're already preparing you to leave. They're preparing you to leave. Oh, because if you leave it, see, but they want you to be concrete in your decision making. The fuck out of it. Fellas, that's what I'm saying. Y'all niggas is soft. Y'all some soft ass motherfuckers, and I'm sick of some of you niggas, man. Fellas, how does it look? So I gotta be sure that I'm gonna provide. I gotta be sure I wanna marry your ass. I gotta be sure I'm doing all of this shit. But you could sit here and say, oh, but hold on, but what if you leave me? My kids is my kids forever, ever. You could go and leave, and so they can live with that level of doubt about you. But don't you have no doubt, because they need a ring. You gotta put a ring on it. If not, your stuff is to the left. Everything you own in the box. So then, bitch, put my shit in the front. I'll see you. I'll come get the box in a minute. Don't worry about it, fellas. Y'all not ready for this, man. Everything she said, super fact.
You can be a thing, and it's harder to say as a mom with 2 kids, because nothing should come before your kids.
No, I don't like should,
Right.
There's no should, like everybody has what works for them, and like the Bible says this, and this may work for this, and you can believe in the Bible and then still feel this way, and like I think that
Hopefully she's realized how things are at this point. Now that's LaToya Luckett. For those of you who don't know, LaToya Luckett was a part of Destiny's Child once upon a time, and she has a 3-year-old.
Fellas, you are supposed to lay your life on the line for your woman. I don't think many men are okay with that, but they understand this is a part of being a man. See, women want you to live up to that principle. Be that godly man. Oh, Heavenly Father, Lord. And they want you to be that man, praying on your knees and doing it God's way. But the minute you say, but God said that a woman, whoa. That's toxic masculinity. The Bible is toxic masculinity. The Bible is a misogynist. And it's, bruh, you can't win. You cannot win. See, women want all the good thing that entails that for them to be beneficial for them, but when it's beneficial for you, oh hell no. Oh hell no.
And a 2-year-old, and this is an issue that a lot of black men run into when dating single moms or wanting to marry.
Alright, now it's the only thing. See, JR, I'm sorry. This is my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got mad love for this man. See, somebody got to start changing the narrative in the black community, because this is not just a black thing. We got to stop saying the black. This is the reason why. I'll be honest with you. This is the reason why the black community is so limited. It's so limited because, ready? Even Kevin Samuels, 1.5 million. Okay, great. Have y'all seen other content creators have 2, 4, 5, 8, 12, 30, 40, 50 million subscribers? Because they ain't sitting here saying black, white, Indian, Asian. They're saying people. Y'all gotta stop shoving everything in the black community. Hear me out, and I get it. This is what you deal with. I get that. This is a people thing. It ain't just a black thing. Men of all shapes, shades, and colors are dealing with all types of women. I'm just no offense to you, that's my guy, but just let's keep rocking and rolling though.
Marry single moms, because women will tell you right off top, and I've covered this in countless videos. My kids come first. I don't care what happens. I'm gonna feed my kids first. If anything,
fellas, if you ever hear a lady say my kids come first, my child is first, don't date her. Because clearly she doesn't understand what her purpose is in life. Her purpose in life is not. That's why I always listen. Hear me out. My son, my oldest son, fully understands that my son is my responsibility. Yes. My son is not my priority. My priority is my wife. My 13-year-old son can tell these women that my wife is my number one priority in life. Is she good? How you feeling today? Are you good? I bet. Boom. Hey, if you need to speak, I'm available. You let me know. Hey, I'm about to go stream. If you need me, I'll try to hold up until I'm done. And try to bring my concentration. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I need you to understand something. It's good for my kids to see, and I'm raising boys. It's good for my boys to see that my wife is like, yo, my son could be like, yo, hey, Mama Kim, can I have some whatever? Yo, go ask your father. Even my youngest, who's going on too, he be thinking he's slick. Whenever he'll bring something to her, and she'll give it to me, and I'm like, nope, boom, fix your breathe. He'll be hot, but it's good for them to know. Like the same way how there's this story, right? Let me see if I can play it real fast, right? It was on IG. I think they had music in the background. I hope not, though. Let me see something. I hope not. Where is this video? Let me lower this before I get hit. Oh no, that's ain't it. The guy was like, you know how important it is for you as a parent to not respond to all of your children's problems? If my son comes to the room, hey mom, dad, I need help with this and that, I need you to stop. I'm talking to your father. Stop, go to your room, and we'll be over there when we're done here. If you don't show your kids that example, first of all, mom and dad have to be there. That already eliminates it. That already shows you what the problem is. We're not getting into that. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is why they tell you don't date single moms.
Comes up, they come first. I want you to marry me, even though you are supposed to protect this household. I want you to provide for these kids. I want you to have a roof over our heads. I want you to do all of these things. But the kid is the king. My son is the king. My daughter.
Hear me out. I've dealt with women like this, y'all. And that shit never worked. Ever.
Is the queen of this castle. Even though it's your castle and you're moving us in here, she is the de facto queen, leader, and head of this household, not you. And if push come to shove, it's this. Same thing with guys dating older women that have kids that are teenagers. The teenagers, my kids come first. Go ahead and date your kids. Good.
For a little savings, Specialist Miller buys in bulk. For a lot of savings.
Good luck with that. Have fun. This is one of the main reasons why men are reluctant to date single moms. Like I said, I covered a video about a guy. He was a brother dealing with a white woman that has 6 kids, taking on that responsibility. And I guess he thought it was cool. But in the case of LaToya, I'm pretty sure she heard that several times. Listen, hey, I'm important too. I'm the husband. I'm paying the bills around this joint. I'm the security. I'm the protection. I'm the provider. And you treat me like I'm a nobody? That's not going to fly here. And that's where
And you know what it is? It's like that video where the guy was like, yo, if your son is 27 years old, if your son ain't gonna work and pay some bills around here, he gotta go. And the lady was like, my son ain't going nowhere. This is his house. This is his house. I'll take care of my son and this and that. That son husband shit, fellas, don't date women like this, y'all. It's not a good deal. Trust me. It's not a good deal, y'all. And men are getting smarter.
a lot of relationships, marriages break down. I don't see why you guys even marry a woman that's talking like that. That's gonna tell you straight up, you come second. And she brought up the Bible verse, God, husband, you honor your husband because your husband's the head of the household. But she's, 41 years old, I think? Who knows if it's too late or not, but any man at this point coming into the picture wanting to wife up a 41-year-old with 2 kids, and she say, I'm gonna put you first, king. Good luck with that. But I got another clip here that I want to play. Let's get into it.
What comes first, your son, your husband, or your dad?
Let me tell you something. My husband.
He's number 1?
He's number 1.
Who's number 2?
My child.
And then your dad?
But then my dad, yes.
Why your dad last though?
My dad would be first if I wasn't married.
Okay.
Ooh. 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 Yo. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny? Hear me. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny that, and I gotta say it like this. I gotta say it like this. This is an urban thing. Black and Spanish women, they swear their children's come first. When it comes to those white, Asian, Chinese, Russian people, those women know, they ain't no way in hell my kids coming before my husband. And if my husband ain't there, they...
So, even if you're married, why him last?
Because my mama got him.
Okay. But
My mama got him. I don't have to hold him down.
Oof.
My mom's solid.
so
Ooh.
But he's your dad, though.
He's my dad, but my mom's 100 and she's 15 years younger than my daddy.
She giving credit to her mom, like, yo, my mom hold the fort down. I know my dad good, cause my mom hold the fort down. Wow. That's how my sons are reacting with my wife. They're like, I know my dad is good. I know who he with. I understand. I know who my dad is, but I also know who he's with. And I know he good. I ain't worried about my father. I got no worries about my dad.
I should never have to take care of my daddy.
It's on her type shit.
It's on her. And she's a Scorpio and she holds it the fuck down. My mom lost her virginity to my daddy. They've been together for 50 years. So they doing what they...
Whoa. She just opened up a whole nother can on these chicks out here. She said her mom lost her virginity to her dad and they've been together for 50 years. I might need to go back to my last video. Man, that's crazy. Women don't...
So in this case, I know your culture, background plays a lot into this, how you are raised. I don't know if she's Hispanic or white.
You see? Now, I didn't even hear this part. So look, now he's saying it is a culture thing. But I'm telling y'all, black and Spanish women don't understand this concept. That's white people got the memo. We didn't get the memo over here. The Asian people got the memo. Us Spanish folks and blacks, we didn't get that over here. See, now the reason why I got it, cause my grandmother used to always like I used to be grandma like, yo, why is that my brothers can go out but I gotta stay home? Why are you letting them go out at nighttime but then I gotta stay home and be inside this time? Why I got this and why I got that? And when I got older, I realized that my grandmother was teaching me shit, showing me shit that I know she wasn't teaching my brothers. It just is what it is. It is what it is. And now that I'm older, I'm grateful. Hear me out. There are things that I talk about here on this channel that even my family be like, fam, how do you say that? That's crazy. Because y'all don't know any better. See, the saying goes, when you know better, you do better. But most people want to stay in their own delusions so that way they don't have to be accountable for shit. Hey.
But she's saying what it is. That's how she was raised. She was like my husband. And if I was single, it would be my father.
Right.
There's a man at the head of this. Now, a lot of you ladies are dealing with guys that are pookies off top.
And now here's the thing. A lot of these women don't have no fathers. Their dad ain't even involved in their life. So there's no reference point. There's no reference point. So when somebody like me comes in and I'm strong with it, it's like, no, he's trying to control me. And well, the Bible says that power goes from your father to your husband. Your husband will rule over you. Now I ain't saying it's a dictatorship, but what it is the burden of performance, the outcome of the relationship falls on me. And I keep telling you guys that if you really think it doesn't, I always say, if you think it doesn't, go ahead. You see all these chicks going to get divorces and reconcilable differences, and it's granted. But you as a man, when you say that, they be like, well, hold on. Let's go to therapy. Let's go to speech counseling. Let's go to children's counseling. Let's go to family counseling. Let's go to pet counseling. Your dog is going to be emotionally stressed. We got to see how your dog reacts to this. Fellas, they're going to make it so much harder for you to get the divorce because the burden, the responsibility of this woman is yours. That's what you told her. That I'm going to take care of you forever, ever, forever, ever, 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 ever. Yes, ever, ever. It's on y'all, fellas. And this is why you're the leader. You're supposed to be the one to make sure that you take control of the relationship, not her.
So that's why you feel that way. You'll choose a Pookie just for security and just to have around, and just because you think it's attractive and know he can't even lead shit. He can't lead a thing. He can't help out with nothing. But any man that has means, that has his money straight, he's good to go. And he's like, look, baby, I want to be your husband. I want to have a family with you. And then you just coming out before he even gets out the rest of his spill. You're talking about first things first. My kids come first. I know I've done that in the past. I put a man first.
I'm not the babysitter. I'm not the parent. I don't raise children. I feel like your parents should do that.
We know better than that. This ain't about who's gonna eat first.
Get NFL Sunday Ticket and watch your favorite NFL teams out-of-market Sunday games live, only on YouTube.
This is about respect. You just want to.
Now hold on. I want y'all to understand something. When I have my boys here, hear me out. Out of respect, my wife serves me first. And out of respect to her, me knowing what she's doing, how many people she's serving, I wait for her to come sit down. The kids, they ain't gonna wait. The kids start smashing. They start smashing. But me, as her husband, I tend to wait. Now, sometimes if she says, get started, I'm gonna be a while. Well, okay, if you say so. But other than that, I try my best to wait till she comes to sit down. And once she comes to sit down, we eat. I pray, Heavenly Father, you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. Pray for the food. Thank you for the blessed hands that made it, because usually her is making the food. XYZ. But my plate is always first. Out of respect. Nothing else. Just simply out of respect.
Disrespect them. That's it. And that's why you're single. Struggling.
Yep.
You can't blame nobody but yourself. So go ahead and get with your bald head girlfriends and y'all talk about how bad men are when y'all just disrespectful. And that's how come we leave. And we still gonna drain these balls. And then Pookie gonna drop another baby in you, and then you're gonna disrespect them, and then he gonna take off, and then you're gonna be done sealed your singleness. You done sealed it. But your disrespect pretty much is gonna keep you single anyway.
You put a
Before he starts, why do you think the video that I showed you about that even the young guys now from the ages of 18 to 29 are opting out of relationships and focusing on their careers? Now, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Those sleep with girls for recreational use, but they don't want to get into a serious relationship. Why? Because things like this. They see what we're going through. And I'm sorry, to my young ladies, y'all don't got it together. Y'all think because you're pretty and a man's supposed to just cater to you, it doesn't work like that. If you don't bring benefit to the man for him to feel like he needs to hold on and take care of you for the rest of your life, you're never going to have one. It's just the way that it works. It's the way that it works. Hear me out. Even after all the years of me and my wife being together, it's a beautiful thing that, like, I'll be sitting down with my wife watching TV and she'll come over and just like hug me and she's like, "Yeah, I miss you." And it's like, at times I'm like, man, like it's kind of crazy, but yeah, because she's like, especially now that we have a freaking about to be 2-year-old, this kid be on top of us. But she's like, I miss you. Like, I say, I love you. And like, I just want to tell you, I love you. Like, she'll grab me and say, I respect you. I value you. Like, you're the best thing that ever happened to me in my life. Fellas, these chicks out here, these young chicks, they ain't got it right. They don't know what they're doing. And these young guys are correct to stay away from some of these chicks, man.
Pookie first. You didn't put a man first, you put a Pookie first. And that's why you're in the dilemma that you were in, where I'd never do that, I'd never do this. I've seen, and that's all that happens. And when young ladies complain about their mom was putting a man first, the man most likely was a Pookie. I can almost guarantee it. Every story I hear about a woman talking about my mom, I'll never do that to my kids. I'll never put a man first because my mom did this and I know what that feels like. It was a Pookie. It was a no good man that didn't provide anything to her. He was just using her. It was either drugs he was providing.
You know what's crazy though? Women don't understand. When they put you first, when a woman is intentionally putting you first, treasuring you, admiring you, like she sees the God in you. You know how hard that makes a man want to work to be a better man? See, y'all chicks don't know how to motivate a man. That's the reason why y'all ain't got one.
Heavy D he was providing, or he was just using her for her car and things like that, and she was just infatuated with this dude. She was taking care of this dude like he was the child. And this is what happens a lot. And that's where a lot of women will get this mindset from, that my kids come first, because they saw this. This young lady saw otherwise. She saw her father taking care of the family. So that's how it goes, and that's how it's supposed to be. But like I said, within our community, within the black community, it's just like we always see the woman taking care of the family. So that's how it's going to be from here on out. Therefore, I will go and let a guy get me pregnant, and I have no further use for him at the end of the day, other than trying to maybe get child support from him.
See, and here's the thing too, right? Ladies, a lot of y'all don't know how to break family curses. Hear me out. I knew a woman that her great grandmother had kids in their teens. The grandmother had kids in their teens. The mom was a teen mom. Her daughters, one of her daughters is a teen mom. Like, nobody ever broke that generational curse. Nobody ever broke it. And this is the reason why it's so hard to move forward on so many different occasions, because women really don't understand what's happening out here.
He has no say-so in this household, and it's unfortunate that it has to be that way, that people have to go through crap like this. Some of you guys need to know the signs early on, and that's one of the signs when she tells you that. But it took for LaToya to go through a divorce, which I'm assuming she went through a divorce in this situation or whatever relationship that she got out of, and realized that that was the biggest complaint. I refuse to be with a woman that's just like my kids come first. It ain't gonna happen, player. It's not gonna happen. Guys, wisen up. This is one of the main reasons. And ladies, for sure. Know that for sure.
We're gonna leave it at that. Listen to me, fellas. Any woman ever tell you that her kids, fellas, hear me out. Even when you're just talking to a woman, listen to me, fellas. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna give you guys a gem. Yo. Hear me out. You should come before her work, her job. If she's not willing to rearrange, inform, do things to show you, throw the whole woman in the trash. Throw the whole chick in the fellas. Women, stop giving women your commitment without them proving themselves to you who they are. It is what it is, man. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Big shout out to the homie J Wisdom. You know what I'm saying? JR Wisdom. That's the homie right there. Big shout out to him. Great job on the video. Y'all already know what time it is. I'm your host, Michael May. Thank you for being here at the Hear Me Out podcast. Y'all already know, subscribe to the channel, like the video, turn notifications. Until next time, we out.